Three, two, one, rolling.
Alright, you guys, so my name is Devin Atkins. I'm a licensed realtor on the beautiful island of Maui, and today I have Chase Bolo-san of Bolo Built Fitness. So pretty much I'm just gonna be interviewing him. So this is a Maui business podcast. So if you or anybody you know owns a local business, feel free to reach out to me at contentmonopoly.io@gmail.com so we can go ahead and book in a scheduled interview with you, just like this with Chase. So with that being said, I'm pretty much just gonna read off the questions here because this is our first interview. This is a mock-up run, and we are going to be improving as we go along. With that being said, I'm gonna just go ahead and read off the next question. So with that being said, you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and read off the question to him, and he's gonna go ahead and answer it. So first question I have for you, Chase, what is your name, where are we located right now, and how long have you been in operation at this location?
All right, first of all, Devin, thank you for having me, man.
Of course,
It's been a pleasure, and I know it's a long time coming that we're supposed to plan this out. So
yeah.
I'm excited to finally do it. Devin and Rocky, thank you guys for having me. So my name is Chase Bolo-san, born and raised here on the island of Maui. My gym here is located in Kahului, Maui, but my business is actually run virtually online. So I have a bunch of clients worldwide, spreading from Okinawa, and I do have some people in Europe also.
What?
So yeah. So it's pretty cool. But most of it is based in Hawaii, West Coast, California, and then some in around like Texas mid area. So,
Got it.
So yeah.
If you have a business that caters to people outside of Maui, Hawaii, we want to interview you as well because, it's brand awareness, and that's what the whole purpose of this Maui Business Podcast is, to get your brand out there. So with that being said, we're going to go into the next question. So question number 2 that I have for you, Chase, is what is your background? How did you get into the business? Was this a family business, or did you pave the way for your family?
All right, so my background, growing up, I was kind of just like a, nerd in high school and or nerd in like grade school and whatnot. But I grew up into a football family. So my dad was a football coach, brother was like a football all-star. So that's all I knew growing up. Sports, practice from the time you wake up to when you go sleep, before and after school. So I kind of grew up into that kind of family routine, as so to say. So I've actually played football throughout my whole entire life. And then during high school, I got into a bad injury. I tore my ACL, and then that's kind of what spiraled me into the gym. I got obsessed with it. That was kind of like my therapy of going to the gym, working out. And from there, kind of, as far as my business, it kind of happened by mistake. I've been working out a lot, gotten to like a nice transformation in my body, and then people was telling me like, dude, you should compete, man. You're huge, you're buff. I was like, okay, might as well try it.
Yeah.
So at the time, there was not many like bodybuilders or competitors at the time when I did it. And
on Maui?
On Maui, yeah,
okay.
on Maui specifically. Like I could probably count like the people that competed on Maui like on my hand. There's maybe like 3 or 4, something very little. So when I did it, that kind of brought a spark to the Maui community and bodybuilding, and people started asking me for advice. So I started giving that advice, and then that business started to grow and grow and grow. So yeah.
Nice, yeah. So one thing that he said, you guys, about his journey is basically he got injured in football, and it forced him into a different direction, a different path for his life. And because of that setback, he was actually able to start a business out of it. So it's important to know that, you guys, life is going to have setbacks, and it is going to have things that you're going to run into, and it's just part of life. But you never stay knocked down, and you just keep going. And I commend you, Chase, for doing that, because a lot of people, when they hurt themselves, they don't just they just give up or throw in the towel, and you didn't do that. So good job on that.
Thank you, man. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Thank you.
So cool. So is this something that your family told you not to do, or were they supportive?
No, honestly, no. My family has been super supportive, and it always like that. In the beginning, when I was young, I kind of felt a little defeated just because, my older brother was such an all-star in football. My dad was a football coach, and I sucked, dude, in sports. Like, non-fit at all, like third string. Not even third string. I was less than third string.
You're on the bench a lot?
Just
like this?
But that's kind of what motivated me to get better in fitness and all that stuff. So I'm kind of grateful for all of that to happen. But as far as my family supporting me, no, my parents were always supportive of like my dreams and stuff like that. So that's one big thing that pushed me, It's different when you have support like at home, at your family. So like I'm super appreciative of my parents for always believing in me, so that's awesome.
That's good. And you guys, not everybody's parents are supportive. Let's just be real. I know my parents don't understand what it is that I'm doing in pursuing real estate, quitting my 9-to-5 job to pursue content, and this whole Maui business podcast thing. They don't get it, and it's fine, because I have people that are in my circle that actually understand and believe and are supportive of me, like my boy Chase here, for actually taking on this interview. So with that being said, you guys, there's always going to be opposition no matter where you go. So just consider that part of the process and the journey. So the next question I have for you, how was it starting the business? Basically, take us through a quick summary of your journey to building the business that you have today. I know you did kind of touch on that already as far as giving us your story, but let's talk about the trajectory and the buildup of your business. How did you start getting clients?
Yeah. So as I said earlier, you know, the business started when I started competing and people asking me for advice and whatnot. So in the beginning, people were asking me. I started giving out free workout plans, you know, just helping out. And then all of a sudden, people started giving me money for it without me asking, you know, just out of respect, I guess, respect and whatnot.
That's cool.
So that started, then I was all like, shoot, okay, I'm making money, I'm putting a lot of time in it, maybe I should just make this into a business. So that started the business, you know, getting a couple amount of people asking me, starting workout plans, very cheap, like $50 for like workout plans for months and stuff. And, you know, my clientele just started building. More people started asking me because people started seeing transformations in themselves. And I guess during the first couple years, it wasn't really like a full-blown business. It was just more of like a side thing, like a side hobby that was paying me. And it wasn't really until
COVID?
I'd say COVID when it actually showed me that, okay, this thing can replace all of my income and actually become a business that I can put all of my time into.
Nice.
Because of course during COVID, you know, everyone got laid off. I was working 3 jobs at the time, so I lost all those 3 jobs, and the only thing I had was Bolo Built Fitness, right? So I put all of my time and effort into that. I ordered a bunch of equipment, stupid crazy prices stupid crazy prices in COVID. I bought like those dumbbells over there for like $100, like, you know, like 15-pound dumbbells for $100. It was stupid crazy, but all I had was the gym and the fitness stuff, so I needed to make something happen, right? I needed to make it happen, so I knew that whatever investment that I put into it, I was gonna make it back. And my goal was, okay, I'm gonna throw all this money into buying a gym, and I just wanna make my money back within 2 years, and I'm happy. Dude, so I did that, spent about $20K on like a small little garage gym, which should have been like $7K now, and I made all that money back within like 4 months.
There you go.
4 months, 6 months, something like that. But I know it was crazy, like when that happened, it triggered in my mind, like, dude, if I just put all the time that I was putting into all of my 3 jobs into the business like I'm doing now, like all I need to do is run my business. And that's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah. So that's another huge thing, you guys. So some of you guys don't know, some of you guys do know, I used to work at Verizon. It was a 9-to-5 job. And I've recently quit that job, like I said, to pursue my passion and my career. And dude, literally, out of one post that I made on a Facebook group chat, or on a Facebook group, I got like 50 business owners who are interested in interviewing, and Chase was one of the first people who showed interest to me a while back before I made the post. But like, I got tons of people who are interested just from like quitting. Like, I actually put my mind together and my thoughts, and I was like, okay, cool, let's try this, right? And sure enough, I got 50 businesses that are interested. And I know even from watching this interview with Chase, there are going to be more local businesses that are looking to get interviewed. So let us know. But yeah, that's great. Thank you.
It's crazy how that all pans out, right? Like, I'm sure you were scared to leave your job just because, you know, stability, like a constant paycheck every time, and that's how I was too.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, you're surrounded by that. People tell you like, oh, okay, you have to like work your 9-to-5, get that paycheck, W-2 and stuff. And like, when you go into a business, you know, there's no like constant, right? It's you don't know like what you're bringing home this week, right? And then like some weeks you can bring home 0, some weeks you can hit high.
Yeah.
But tell me not, best decision of your life?
Yeah, so far. So far.
And that's how it's been with me, right? I think a lot of people don't value
risk
and, you know, value time, like, and not just like less time worked, but just like the quality of time that you spend. So the quality of time that you spend on your business versus work, like your life and everything outside of it is just so much better.
Yeah. And I 100% agree with what Chase said, because I know for me at a 9-to-5 job, I mean, I put 100% effort in anything that I do, no matter if it's a 9-to-5 job, if it's these podcast episodes, whatever it is, I put 100% into it. And, you know, I actually work, right? So that's the biggest thing too, is if you're going to make that transition into being an entrepreneur or starting your own business, you actually need to put in the work just like you would at a 9-to-5 job. I mean, I have a couple managers, I'm not going to disclose their names, but they pretty much, they work a 9-to-5 job. They've been there for 10 years and they are making $100,000 a year. And I'm trying to make $100,000 a month. The people that I'm associated with, the people that I know, and the sphere and the circle that I'm involved in, I mean, they're making money. They're making at least $100,000 a month. And for me, talking to a 9-to-5 person who doesn't really understand that and can't comprehend it, I basically found myself taking myself out of the guppy pond, so to speak, right, where the small fish are, you know, and putting myself into a bigger pond with bigger fish. And that's been the best decision that I've made. So I encourage you guys to do the same.
Awesome. Yeah. I do want to say this though. When we say 9-to-5, it doesn't mean like people who have a job, like, you know, that's not their passion. Like some people, their 9-to-5 is their passion, right? And that's all you got to care about is working or doing your passion. So whether it's your 9-to-5, whether it's your business, whether it's not, like, follow that.
Yeah.
Don't be working at someplace that you don't want to work is what we're kind of saying.
Yeah. So I've been in sales and marketing, and that's exactly what this is, right? Like, I love sales, I love marketing, and, you know, granted, I did love my Verizon job, and I could see myself staying there, but it wasn't filling my desires as far as marketing and, you know, stuff like that. So to Chase's point, yeah, just work somewhere where you pursue your passion and not somewhere where you have to work to get by, right? Yeah. So that's that. So next question I have, okay, so I got to do that again. The next question I have for Chase is going to be, what are some of the challenges you've overcome in starting the business, and how has the community been a part of that, if at all?
All right, so some of the challenges in the beginning, when I had my first client, I was 20 years old, right?
Oh, wow.
So
how old was that client that hired you too?
No. All right, so, well, my first client was my brother, right? Technically, first client.
Yeah.
He's 3 years older than me, but my first real client, after seeing that, I want to say he was 40 something, double my age. Yeah, double my age. And just in the beginning of that, so like all of my clients, a lot older than me, and of course me being 20 years old, acting like a trainer, professional, right? I got a lot of kickback from all the other trainers on Maui. It's a very small market here on Maui as far as competitors or body transformation or fitness back then. Right now it's a little more, not saying I'm old right now, right? It was maybe like 10 years ago. But yeah, in the beginning was, I was just very young compared to all the other trainers. So I got a lot of kickback from other trainers, especially in the beginning. I think there was 1 year into my business, they finally brought back a bodybuilding show on Maui. And I had almost every trainer at the gym Maui hire me, right? Hire me. But there was a bunch of other trainers trying to get them, right? So I never did get really talked to, like, face-to-face from all these trainers that I heard talk to them about me, right? But I heard it from my clients, which is crazy, right? So, like, all of my clients would, like, tell me, like, hey, just letting you know there was a guy or girl, I don't want to, like, say who it is, like, guy or girl, came to me at the gym and was all like, hey, how much does Chase charge you for coaching? They would say my numbers and stuff, and they'd be all like, hey, you know, like, that's such a ripoff. Like, Chase doesn't know what he's doing. He just started bodybuilding. He's only 20. He's so young. How about I coach you for free, and I'll give you so much more value than them, right? But the relationship that I built with my clients, that's why they're telling me, like, hey, I'm just letting you know they did this. I was like, I would ask them, how do you feel? Like, okay, right? I said, like, dude, I'm sticking with you. So I think, the big challenges was just me being so young starting my business. And as far as the community-wise, I'm just grateful that my clients and, like, the relationship that I built with everyone, you know. For me, I always tell my clients it's friendship first, client second, right? You're my brother, you're my friend before you're my client, right? So, and I think when I did that first, people first, that helped me build a relationship that stuck
a little bit thicker.
That stuck a little bit and made them loyal to me regardless of my age.
So that's a good thing too. So I know for me personally, I have, for some reason in my life, and it sounds like from Chase's story and his example too, I have older people that look up to me and I'm like, I don't know why. Like, I don't get why they look up to me, but I still have older people that call me and ask me for advice. A 29-year-old kid, some of these cats are like 50 years old, 40 years old, And I mean, just keep that in mind, you guys. There are people that you're going to inspire, and there's people that you are going to encourage and motivate and push to chase their dreams, or just be a simple encouragement to them. So that's great, man, because if you guys are an entrepreneur, I know for a fact you've struggled with imposter syndrome at one point in time. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, you guys. There's going to be haters. There's going to be people that are going to talk crap behind your back. There's going to be people watching this video that are going to talk crap about me and Chase, but we don't care. We're actually taking action.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go on to the next question. The next question is, so basically it's a business highlight. So what's unique about your business? What sets you apart from others on Maui? We kind of went over that a little bit as far as your relationships. And that's one thing that I definitely strive for during this business podcast, as well as relationships. It's all about relationships in business. So yeah, if you can talk about that, and then we'll go into the culture of the gym and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think the one thing I appreciate from my business looking outside in is just the relationships that I build with my clientele. A lot of trainers see a client as a paycheck. I see it as a friendship. And I think once you do that in any business, you create such like a powerful relationship between a client that the value that you give is just astronomical compared to like just giving them money, right? Yeah. And I think me building a relationship with every client that I do have over the years has just gained so much loyalty. And the one thing is like, it's, as far as my business, right, everything is about body transformations. And yes, I create such a good body transformation with my clients. The biggest thing is the way how I made them feel, right? How I made them feel they felt more confident, more happy, more, and the biggest thing is how you make them feel. So I've made my clients feel more confident, more happy, and just more fit, more healthy, right, in their life. And with that, like that, my biggest thing as far as how I built my clientele is referrals. In my first couple of years, like I never did really promote like, hey, I'm a fitness coach, hire me, follow me, text me, whatever. It was all referral based. Like I would do such good, such a good service to my clients, and they would go refer friends or cousins or coworkers, and that's kind of how I branched out everything.
Yeah, that's good. If you guys know and you live on Maui and you run a business, I mean, your reputation is everything, and also referrals. I mean, you really don't need to do a lot of advertising. Highly recommended if you want to increase your revenue and your income, but referrals are a lot of Maui business owners' lifeline and their bloodline to their business. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to go on to the next question. All right, you guys. So the next question that I have for Chase is, what about the culture? So how's the culture when people come into the gym, when other clients see other clients, right? Like, what is that culture like?
I say the culture for Bolo Built Fitness it's amazing. You know, a lot of my clients actually hashtag Bolo Built Ohana, Bolo Built family, right? So when other people see like them wearing my apparel or like knowing that they see me on social or saw them on my social media, like, hey, you're a client of Chase, right? Like, look, I see people like starting to like link up and work out with each other. And I have a bunch of like clients who like are at the gym helping other people and stuff. So it's just like such a good community. It's like a strong community, especially in Maui. I think you were saying this earlier, right? Maui is such like a small community that you don't really need much referrals. So there's one positive thing is like you make one client really good, and they'll spread it out to the world, spread it out to the whole community. But you make one client feel bad, they'll spread it out to the community too. So it's a good and bad thing about that. But I think
it forces you to really have a high standard for how you carry yourself as a brand and as a business, right?
Huge.
Because word travels, word gets around. So cool. And then, so take us through the customer experience of your business. So what can we expect when interacting with your business? And what do your customers say about your business so far?
All right, so my business is mostly built on virtual online coaching, right? I do have some clients that come into the gym, do in-person training, but most of my clientele is virtually online. And a lot of people kind of get scared by that when they hear that, because they want that, you know, accountability, in-person stuff. But throughout the years, I think I've created a portfolio that proves and shows how strong a virtual online coach can be if you hire the right coach. I've had about 215 clients so far throughout my years. 215 clients, and a lot of people think of me as just a bodybuilding coach, right? A competitor coach. I'd say maybe 70% of my clients are just lifestyle people, people who
Wanna help
everyday
your
people that
lifestyle.
just want to lose weight or get fit, or my whole goal is like, I just want to lose a couple inches off my waist or be at where I was at peak in my high school, things like that. So, and I think growing that portfolio that I have over the years proves that my methods and my beliefs actually work.
Yeah. It's good too. I mean, the fact that he does it online, I mean, that's huge, especially during COVID. You needed to do stuff online. Everybody's business was transitioning over to online, and if they didn't, they lost some revenue or they lost clientele. There's a lot of stuff that online is great. So if you guys are thinking about starting an online business, don't be scared of it, because as Chase said right here, it's helped him, and he thinks it's actually done really well for him. Sure. And yeah, I can attest to that too, because online is just, I mean, it's everything, right? You guys are on your phone 24/7, guaranteed. Guaranteed you wake up and you check your phone, check your socials, all that stuff. I do, guilty of it. Check my bank account and my socials, right? But with that being said, we're gonna go on to the next question. We kind of went over this already, but what type of lifestyle does your business promote? So how do you feel contributes to Maui in general as well?
I think the lifestyle that my business promotes is just, a better feeling about yourself, right? Becoming your best self physically and mentally.
So the next question I have for Chase is, what type of lifestyle does your business promote, and how do you feel contributes to Maui in general?
So the type of lifestyle that my business promotes is just a healthier lifestyle, right? Because when you hire me, we don't only transform your body physically into, your personal image, goal that you want to look like, but mentally, right? Mentally, you feel more confident about yourself, more happy of how you look, and that just increases everything else outside of your life, right? You feel more confident in your business, feel more happy in your family, and all of that. So I think it just creates such a better happiness around.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's not easy. I know when I go to the gym and I work out, I do a lot of CrossFit, right? And I feel like $1 million after I'm done at the gym. So, if you guys work out, you know exactly what that feeling is, and it's like a high. So I encourage you guys to go get high on working out and doing what you like to do. Next question I have is, what are the future plans of the business, and are there any new services or expansions in the pipeline that we should be on the lookout for?
Yeah, some future plans of the business is creating more community things. So I want to host a bunch of, community workouts, and I want to open a couple more locations, right? So right now I do have a gym in Maui here, and I want to open one in Oahu and something in Cali also.
Nice.
And something in Big Island, because I do have a bunch of clients in Hilo and whatnot. So I think just expanding and scaling of what we already have and building a bigger team too. Currently I am training one coach, and I want a couple other coaches just to build a bigger community and help more people than I can, because I can only have 24 hours in a day. I see this business growing a lot more than just Maui. I see it expanding as far as like in-person gym where a community can come in and work out together.
Yeah, that's great. So one thing that he said is he's looking to expand, right? So if you guys, I don't know if there's anybody watching this video that would be interested in investing in Chase and his business. So if you guys are interested in investing in him and expanding, I highly encourage you to reach out to him. Go ahead and give them your contact information if you want.
Yeah, for sure. So you can follow me on all socials at Bolo Built. You can probably see it over there, yeah. BOLO Built. That's going to be on Instagram and on TikTok.
Yeah. So if you guys want to help him out and grow his business and expand, feel free to reach out to him. Or thank you for watching this video. Chase has a special offer for you. Do you have that?
Okay, I'm still thinking of that right now.
Okay.
Let's think of it. Let's brainstorm.
Well, I think you should. What does Alex Hormozy do? What does he do when he offers a package?
So because he has a, not a service product that he gives, but he gives a physical product. But I think right now I don't have enough physical product to give away, depending on how many people we do have.
All right, guys. So if you've made it this far, I didn't say this in the beginning, but we do have a special surprise for you. And pretty much Chase has an offer, right? He has a special offer for a lucky few individuals. So I'm going to go ahead and let him discuss it now.
All right. So I'd like to offer 2 lucky people, a male and a female, a free workout program created by myself, and also to come into this private gym and have 1 free session with me.
Nice. So You guys, as you heard, there are 2 lucky people that are going to get that. If you are a male or you're a female, I would highly recommend you subscribing, following Chase, and tagging him and 3 of your friends so that you can enter for a chance to win. And Chase will go ahead and choose that winner, and we will go ahead and have him announce it on his Instagram page or on his social medias so that you guys can know who the winner is. All right, you guys, so that pretty much wraps up this interview with Maui Business Podcast with Chase Bolo-san of Bolo Built Fitness. And pretty much, what is one other local business that you think the viewers should check out or we should interview next on the podcast?
I like to recommend my friends across the street, Still Barbershop, ran by Josh and Mel, and some amazing barbers and salon artists in there. Best on the island, and you won't be disappointed with them, man.
Yeah, I need a haircut. I'm looking a little
Dude,
shot out
why am I
right
wearing
now.
a hat right now, right?
All right, so how can people get in touch with you, Chase?
All right, so you can go to my website, bolobuiltfitnesscoach.com, and it'll explain all of my training packages and a little bit about the business that I run. I do a lot of social media, so on Instagram at Bolo Built and on TikTok at Bolo Built. And email me, bolobuiltfitness@gmail.com.
Cool. All right, you guys heard it here first. Last thing, you guys, is I want to ask Chase, is there some type of personal message that you would like to the viewers to know about, and just as an outro for this interview?
Yeah, I think I just want to let the viewers know that the best investment that you can ever make is investing in yourself. And it doesn't even have to be with me. I just want to say that in general. You know, you spend a lot of money on eating out, getting drinks, or buying
Your cars,
products
your
that
trucks.
you, right?
Yeah.
Things like that. But a lot of people don't spend money internally on themselves. And in that return, it brings so much value. And investing in yourself is probably the best thing that you can do because it's the greatest return. Physically, mentally, the return is just astronomical.
So lastly, you guys, is there anything that you, Chase, would like to say to the viewers as a personal message?
Yeah, I want to say that the best thing that you can do in life is investing in yourself. You know, people spend a lot of money on fancy dinners, fancy cars, fancy shoes, but they never take the time to actually put that money back into them, right? So whether it be education or mental health or, you know, physical health with Bolo Built Fitness, it's the returns that you can get from it are just crazy, right? You know, people go into 401ks, get their 10% or whatever. Investing in yourself can bring thousands or, you know, millions of returns, right? Yeah. So use some of that hard-earned money and invest it into yourself physically, mentally, emotionally.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you guys, Devin the Realtor on the beautiful island of Maui with Maui Business Podcast. We got Chase Bolo-san of Bolo Built Fitness.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, you guys.
Hello, guys. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Of course.